BG Tampines Rovers have suffered heartbreak this week, and they've also ended a serious relationship. They returned to the Singapore Premier League in search of a rebound, but we could get a heated rivalry tonight as they take on Albirex Niigata Singapore in this Valentine's Day clash at our Tampines Hub. This is match week 10, and it began last night with Basikalsa's 3-1 win against the Young Lions. Just the one game tonight, which we will be focused on, but we will have two tomorrow to wrap up the weekend. Lion City Sailors take on Tanjong Pagar United at Jalan Besar Stadium, while Geylang International hosts Hougang United here at the OTH again. Here's a look at the standings ahead of tonight's contest. It's second against third. BG Tampines Rovers are chasing the Lion City Sailors in the title race, and they could close the gap to 4 points with a win. Albirex Niigata are in third, just a point behind their opponents, and victory tonight will see them becoming the Sailors' closest challengers. Let's hear from the coaches of both sides, with Chinedu Eziako up first, followed by Keiji Shigetomi of Albirex.
Hi Coach, you've won 5 straight in the league. What has been the key to maintaining that momentum?
Well, it's not easy, but you know, we just keep it consistent, and we have to look at each other, and as we are fighting for championship, we need to maintain this kind of results.
After a quick turnaround from Vietnam, how much have you had to rotate the squad to maintain intensity tonight?
Yeah, we did a little bit of changes. We brought in some players, some fresh legs to give us a boost for this game. So yeah, we brought in some reserve players to come in order to make it more strong for this game.
With the sudden coaching change today, what has been your main message to the players to keep them focused on the task at hand?
I mean, we are all professional. Players are professional enough. They have been into this situation, so I know they know what it takes to be there. So we are professional. We're gonna go out there to do our job. Don't letting other things to affect us. We just focus on our tasks.
Against an informed Albirex side, what's the key area you need to get right tonight?
I know today is a very tough game. I know Albirex will come very hard, but we prepare for it. We also are gonna go very hard on them, and we are looking forward to get the 3 points.
You are on a 4-game winning streak yourself. What is the biggest tactical improvement you've seen in your side during this run?
So there are tactical aspects, of course, but we believe the biggest growth has been in our mentality, and I think we are more patient during difficult moments.
What will be the key battle on the pitch tonight against BG Tampines Rovers?
I think the key will be quick transitions after lose the ball, and it's important that we stay calm, stay confident, and play our style of football for 90 minutes.
Lastly, a win could take you into second place. How big a statement would that be at this stage of the season?
As you know, they are one of the strongest team in the league. So we are still challengers, and we are looking forward to this big challenge and ready to stick to our style.
Yeah, good to hear from the coaches there. Eziako in charge of BG Tampines Rovers, Keiji Shigetomi at the helm of Albirex Niigata Singapore. With me in the commentary position, a familiar voice on a broadcast, someone who's been there in the league as a player and coach, Shashi Kumar. Shashi, before we get into the match and what to expect from it, we have to begin with the news that came out from BG Tampines Rovers today, that they have parted ways with Mohamed Noor Rahman. What's your take on that?
Very, very surprised, I got to say. You know, and I think if you look at the past few weeks with Alex Rankovic, with the Sailors as well, and I think there's one common denominator. I mean, just looking at that, and it's the continental competitions, isn't it? Just after they've played those games, and both coaches have gone, and if you look at that, that maybe that's what they're looking for in the long run in terms of their objectives. But having said that, I think I don't know, it's a surprise to me. Yeah, I feel that he should be given the opportunity to, stay at the club and take them on, because I think in the league they've done so well, and unbeaten as well, second spot, and what else can you do, right, in terms of performance and in terms of results? So it has come as a surprise.
It certainly has. There were some steps being taken in the background over at the club. Have decided to part ways with Noor Rahman, and Tampines are a club who had a head coach in Gavin Lee for about 5 years or so, and now they're a club looking for their third head coach this season.
So unlike them, isn't it? I think you talk about stability, and I think Tampines or BG Tampines now, they've been one of the clubs that has shown great stability in terms of the coaching department, obviously with Gavin for a long time, and I think that's why it has come as a surprise. And again, we talk about who's the next coach or head coach coming in, and that also has come as a surprise because no one has been identified as the new coach. So I don't know what's going on. It's a confusion as well, and with Chinadu as your call as well at the helm at the moment, it looks all confusing, especially when you look at the past few games. He's been officially named the interim head coach, but he's on the bench, and the team manager is on the touchline, making decisions. So it's a confusing time, and it's all messy to me.
Yeah, it hasn't been much in the way of clarity. There was no real explanation for what happened with Akbar Nawaz. There was something of an explanation with Noor Rahman, where they released a statement saying that they had professional discussions about it and decided that this was the best move for both parties. So that was something that the club spoke about to explain the situation. We've also seen Katsuhito Kinoshi. In fact, it was on this broadcast a while back, our broadcast of the Singapore Premier League, that he was spotted in the stands, and we said that he might be becoming a part of the coaching staff at BG Tampines Rovers. Whether he is going to be the man who steps in and takes charge, that remains to be seen. So, in the here and now, we have BG Tampines in second, up against Albirex Niigata in third. Just a point separating these two sides. BG Tampines, one of the two teams in the league yet to be defeated this season. 6 wins, 2 draws from the 8 matches. For Albirex Niigata Singapore, 6 wins, 1 draw and 1 defeat. Both clubs pretty strong defensively as well. BG Tampines have conceded just 7 from the 8 matches. Albirex 8 from 8. Good going forward as well, as we have a look at the match officials. Referee for this one is Mazlan Pagira. Takes charge of his 3rd SPL match this season. It's the 2nd time he is overseeing a league game involving BG Tampines, with his first being the Eastern Derby against Geylang last month. He'll be assisted by Mohammad Shafiq Jufri and Justin Chow. 4th official, Jensen Fu. VAR support is available. The VAR is Sharik Al Hussein, and the assistant VAR is Huang Xin Jie. Let's have a look at the starting lineups, beginning with the home side. Here's what BG Tampines Rovers have gone with this evening. They have made 3 changes from the side that was in continental action in midweek. Jacob Mahler comes into the 11 in place of Dylan Fox, who is out through injury. Irfan Najee makes his 125th SPL appearance. He replaces Raul Suhaimi. Yuki Kobayashi completes the list of changes. He gets a start ahead of Glenn Quay, who is available on the bench alongside Raul Suhaimi and Joel Chew as some of the options for Eziako. There he is on the bench, former Hougang United head coach, being brought in to the club as the under-19 coach and stepping in as the interim head coach in this period. And this is the starting 11 for Albirex Niigata Singapore. They have made 2 changes from their last outing in the Singapore Premier League. Naoki Yoshioka makes his 20th appearance in the competition. He comes back into the side in place of Syed Firdaus Hassan. Abdul Razak gets his 3rd start for the club since joining on loan from the Lion City Sailors in January. He replaces Yang Hyun-ju, who has to make do with a place on the bench tonight. Lots more options on the bench for Keiji Shigetomi than Robert Eziako. Well, there he is, Keiji Shigetomi, someone who has been around at the club for a very long time, since 2014, in fact, in various different roles. This is his 2nd spell as a head coach, and it is his 107th match in charge. Well, a look at the Singapore Premier League top 5 scorers, and a couple of them go head-to-head tonight. Hide Higashikawa for PG Tampines on 7 goals. Shingo Nakano for Albirex Niigata on 7 goals as well, in a T sandwiched in the middle of that. Exciting times, Shasi, in the race for the Golden Boot.
Yeah, battle for 2nd spot in the league, and as well as a battle for top scorer award. Hide Higashikawa, there you go. A show of respect between the 2 top strikers in the league. They've been wonderful for both sides. Nakano, since last season as well, he's been outstanding. And Higashikawa this season, I have to say, has been the one of the best signings in the league. Has been really top quality. And just looking at the 2 sides, and we talked about BG Tampines quite a lot just now, but Albirex have gone about doing their business quietly but surely, and they've got a pretty settled side, very strong side, and delay that due to some pitch works on the goalpost of the net. But yeah, they've been really good, Albirex, unbeaten in the last, 4 or 5 games, and 1 loss all season. And just looking at BG as well, they're very midfield heavy today. Likes of Sega Sumi, Shah, Kazama, Trent, and as well as Kobayashi, who loves playing through the middle.
And so we're off at our Tampines Hub. BG Tampines Rovers against Albirex Niigata Singapore. It is BG Tampines Rovers, the home side, playing in their home kit, yellow and black, going from left to right on your screens, up against Albirex Niigata Singapore, playing the all-white, going from right to left. Should be a good game of football, this one. Sega Sumi looking for that switch. Hazik Kamarudin in the way. I'm Rish Roshan Rai, and got Shasi Kumar alongside me. Thanks for joining us on our coverage of the Singapore Premier League, 2nd against 3rd. Just 1 point separating these 2 sides. Lots to play for. An opportunity for Albirex this evening to become the 1st team in the league to defeat BG Tampines. And for the home side, it's a chance to close in on the Lion City Sailors, something they will be keen on doing. No room for error for them with the way it's gone for the league leaders. 9 wins from their 9 matches the Sailors have played so far, up to 27 points, scoring goals for fun as well. 37 scored, just 4 conceded. So plenty of catching up to do for both these sides. There is Sega Sumi.
No, this was actually caused by some very good high pressing by Albirex. When just before this as well, when the ball was played out to the right back, Irfan Najib, the pressing was high from the Albirex side. And this is good to watch. A very good start to the game, high intensity.
Both clubs in good form in the SPL. And this is the kind of football we want to see. A long way to go, but it seems like Albirex aren't going to be sitting back. They will want to press high, play with a good tempo as Ishibashi delivers this into the area off the crossbar. First big chance going the way of Albirex Niigata, and that is Kome Ida.
Oh, that was a let-off. I think Shazwan Buhari just flapped at this. Didn't get anywhere near, and the header, I think he just couldn't get over the ball. Good start to the game, and for Albirex.
Looks up to the skies, Kome Ida. 22-year-old. He His 6th appearance in the SPL. Joined the club for this season. Have a look at Zulkarnain Suzlimani, was taken down. Referee waves away the appeals. And, well, he's actually given a free kick the other way.
Wow. Before we talk about that challenge, what a ball that was. A crossfield ball, and his first touch was brilliant. And I tell you what, that really looked like a foul to me on Zul. Because he was caught on the wrong side of play, Irfan Najib. And then a wonderful first touch from Zul Suzliman. He just took it down with his chest in front of Irfan Najib, who totally misjudged the flight of the ball.
So the free kick was given because of handball. Well, they are having a look at this, the VAR, and they've decided that there's nothing in that to recommend an on-field review, so no penalty. And on we go. Shazwan sends it to halfway. Higashikawa with the flick on. Komeida under pressure. Sends it forward. That's been picked up by Razak.
Needed a much better ball for Ishibashi. He made that very good run. This is a very strong start for Albirex, just putting up a marker very early on in this game.
Well, these two sides meeting for the first time in the SPL this season. They've already played against each other over 2 legs in the Singapore Cup semi-finals recently. There was a 4-0 win for PG Tampines in the first leg, and that was followed by a 3-1 win for Albirex in the second, so it's been close. Hassan Sani has to be careful and use his hands out there. And perhaps a little bit fortunate as well that he's able to feature.
Well, he had to be calm, and he was.
It's Kobayashi. Involved in an incident in the last game against Hougang was Hassan. That could very well have seen him sent off. He wasn't, and here he is, available. Here's Segasumi. Forced to turn away to Koya Kazama, who's such a creative element in this side. Here's Irfan Najib. Very narrow at the moment, PG Tampines.
Yeah, you're right about the creative spark in Kazama. Another player is Kobayashi. And the good thing about them is they always try to look for the forward ball. Not always playing sideways.
There's Jacob Mahler. It's his second start in the SPL. Dropping into central defense. Buhaja with the pace. Hassan, quick off his line to take care of that.
Wow, I just thought that Hassan shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. He was very far out. Nearly beaten again, but he does well.
And try and play to the strengths of Trent Buhaja. Get him in behind that opposition defense. Use his pace. He's not really an effective crosser. Not a strength of his. Wouldn't quite describe him as a winger, Shasi.
Yeah. He loves to play it narrow, although he plays out wide. That speed will take him past any play if he played into space. Strength of his.
Now an inside forward, there he is in that half space as Yoshimoto stretches out the pitch. And Shahiran, up to 2 goals this season already. Something we wanted to see more from him, popping up into areas where he can get on the score sheet. Foul on Yamashita, committed by Abdul Razak. Wasn't seeing much game time at the Lion City Sailors. It's a good move for him. Come across to Albirex. Certainly seeing a lot more minutes.
Yeah, he's already proven so, right? He comes over and he's already started more games, and I think that's only good for him and his ambitions.
Yeah, 3 starts now in his 4 appearances for Albirex since joining. Shingo Nakano. Touch back to Haziq Kamarudin, who's another one that's been given plenty of opportunities at Albirex Niigata. Proven his worth. Very hard working, good pace down that right side of the pitch. Albirex playing with these high energy wing backs. Get up and down. Zulkarnain Suzliman on the left side. We saw him already cause a problem as it goes out to Haziq instead. Ishibashi wins a corner.
Yeah, Raja there doing his fair share of defending, tracks the runner in Ishibashi, who made that run. And Haziq just playing it down the line. It's a corner.
Ishibashi with the outswinger to the head of Kim Tae-yuk. Nakano goes for the spectacular. Cho Yun-soo. A reset. Defenders back. Try again. It's Cho Yun-soo looking for Razak. Segasumi with the header. Here's Irfan trying to get away from Razak. Does that pressure again. Zulkarnain follows up. Low ball into the box. Touched out by Shuya Mashita. Here's Kobayashi. It's quickly closed down by Cho Yun-soo. Gone down with then. Knock to the face, it looks like.
Oh, the intensity and the pace of the game has been outstanding. And again, there you saw just before that, this was the, it's just a finger and nothing else. But just before that, the Abdul Razak press was brilliant again. Then that way that Kobayashi controlled that one was brilliant as well.
Came through the Jeonnam Dragons academy system, represented them at under 12, under 15 and under 18 level, and also spent some time playing in Japan with FC Ryukyu and Ryukyu Okinawa before moving to Albirex Niigata. 21-year-old Cho Yun-soo. Kobayashi just in behind Hide Higashikawa. We had a look at two strikers lining up ahead of kickoff, Higashikawa and Shingo Nakano, both with 7 league goals, both playing with their socks down. Shasi, I wanted to ask you, do you see any other similarities between them?
Well, they've just really, really hard-working strikers. We talk about Nakano. So good to watch as well. His movement, I think that's key as well. It takes him into positions where it's so difficult for defenders to get to him, and that's the foul by Kim Tae-yuk, as obvious as he can get.
There's Koya Kazama, who's already collected 7 assists in the league this season, to go along with his 3 goals. Yellow Knights in good voice, as usual, at our Tampines Hub. That's Kazama. Finds ahead of Jacob Mala.
Yeah, good attempt. Difficult to score, though, from there. Gets ahead to it. Kazama with the curler. Does well, actually, to get in front of the Albirex defender. The player, obviously, for a spot in Kevin's side, national team that is. Also very good in terms of can play in a couple of positions, centre back as a CDM.
CDM is central defensive midfielder. Just in case anyone wasn't too sure what that was referring to. Teyuk. That's Yoshimoto. Bahagia. Good speed. Can't get away from his marker. Nozomi Ozawa keeping pace with him.
So unlike Sega Sumi there to keep the ball away. Simple ball. Wasn't really looking.
Well, we tend to get goals when these two sides come up against each other. We haven't seen a 0-0 since the 24th of September 2021. And, they've been involved in some pretty high-scoring matches, these two sides. Mahler into Shah. Was he fouled off the ball by Nakano? He's gone down. Referee plays the advantage. There's that intensity of the press and the organization of that press from Albirex again. That's BG Tampines who try to step up. Lovely stuff early on. Is Ozawa. Choi Yun-soo into the channel for Razak. Yamashita there to meet that pass.
And the ball just dropped in from the left foot of Yun-soo. Yamashita coming across.
Yamashita, who first came to Singapore football 5 years ago with Albirex. He's an important player for them and has become a key player for BG Tampines since joining the club in January of 2022. Ishibashi. Zulkarnain. Right into the arms of Shazwan.
It was well worked, the throw-in. And well, wasn't the worst of balls from Zul, but too close to the goalkeeper maybe. But it's good work from Albirex from the throw-in.
Well, good to see Zulkarnain Suzliman as well getting minutes with Albirex since he's joined on loan from, guess who? Lion City Sailors. And he's another one who will be looking for minutes and a call-up to the Singapore national side. A very talented player who's been unlucky with the injuries that he suffered in his career.
Yeah, I think fans can remember as well when he got into the national side, he was almost like a first choice fullback for them. And then injuries came.
So BG Tampines player who's down. Why doesn't the referee just blow the whistle in these situations and just wait? I mean, Albirex don't have to kick it out.
Yeah.
He's back up on his feet. On we go. Here's Zulkarnain Suzliman. The interesting thing for him here is that he's getting opportunities to play on the left. That was a late challenge, but good officiating. Advantage played. Here's Zulkarnain with the shot. Falls to Ozawa. Razak with the chance. Nakano! Has that crossed the line? Flag has gone up. Offside, I think is the call.
Oh, this looks very, very close. I don't know who was in an offside position, but this was great play from Zul. Interchange with Ozawa. There's no offside here. There's no offside there. Nakano. No.
No, you need to have. He is in an offside position as Razak shoots because there needs to be two defenders.
Ah, okay.
And the goalkeeper steps out. So the only defender there was Yoshimoto.
But either way, the ball did not cross the line anyway.
They're still checking if it did. If it did.
No, it did not cross the line. So now, Tranquajia.
getting some treatment. He's taken a knock to the face. On the left side there, yeah.
It's bleeding. We didn't see that incident when it happened, so take it back a little bit to see what happened there. But danger signs for PG Tampines. The way Albirex worked their way into the penalty area can't be good for PG Tampines. Got to do better defensively. We were just talking about Sulsu Sliman. I think he's done well there from the left-hand side.
And we know, Shasi, that is a bit of a problem position for the Singapore national team.
Right, exactly. Left back position, you know, I think players have tried playing in that position.
We've even seen Shah Shahiran in there. Razak looking to get onto the end of this. Oh, that is a terrible challenge. A late challenge and a painful one for Shazwan. Big decision to be made here by the official. Looked to have gone over on his head as well, Shazwan Buhari.
Well, it all happened because of hesitation really at the back. Yamashita left it for... Listen, I think both players were entitled to go for that one. In fact, I think Razak there pulled out a little bit. And it's just a coming together. And I don't think there was any malice. And in fact, we saw from the replays, Razak pulled out. I don't exactly know what Jacob Mala is going about.
Oh, Shazwan is not looking good for him. Needing to make a change here, it looks like. We really hope he's okay, because the way he went down there, he fell on his head and he went over a little bit on his neck, Shazwan. And it looks like Hassan Sani has come all the way across. There's a thumbs up for Abdul Razak. But Shazwan, it's not looking good for him.
Well, let's take a look at this again. I think both players going for the ball. Ooh, I think it's the landing on the head that was the real problem here. Having said that, he got to the ball first. And Razak, you can see the movement of that he just pulled it out of the challenge. And we can see from the replays that was the landing on the head.
And I think that's what he's trying to say to Glenn Quay as well. It's that there was no intent behind that. It was just the coming together. The incident has been cleared by VAR as well. I think it's just unfortunate.
And I think, of course, the PG Tampines players, they haven't seen any of the replays, so they've obviously, you know, they're thinking about their teammate.
I think the referee just explaining to Shah and Mala that from his perspective, both players entitled to go for the ball in that situation. Daniel Elia getting ready to come on. The 23-year-old will be making his first SPL appearance of the season. Has played in the Singapore Premier League twice previously. Had one appearance all the way back in September of 2021 in a 7-3 defeat to Hougang United. And his second appearance was also in September. That was in 2022 against the Young Lions, and that was a 7-0 win for PG Tampines. So he's going to be coming on for just his third SPL appearance. Our thoughts with Shazwan Buhari here, really sending him all the very best, and hope this is just precautionary.
Yeah, in all of what's happening and everything, the challenge and whatever. And, you know, at the end of the day, we just hope that Shazwan Buhari recovers. As you said, just as a precaution.
A good response from the crowd. Applause for Shazwan Buhari as he stretched it off. Well, I have to say they've done a good job here in their response to Shazwan's injury. How quick they were to get on and have a look at him, make the decision to make the change and get him off safely. So a big opportunity and a moment here for Daniel Ilya. As PG Tampines are forced into a change.
Substitution for PG Tampines Rovers. Coming off the pitch, number 24, Shazwan Buhari is being replaced by player number 44, Daniel Ilya.
Well, first appearance of the season and just his third ever in the Singapore Premier League for Daniel Ilya. Back with PG Tampines, having completed his national service, formerly with the Singapore Sports School, and PG Tampines has youth sides. There's Yoshimoto as we get back underway. Segasumi. Kobayashi will have time on the turn.
Oh, played that one, looking for the run of Yoshimoto.
Hazek. Nicely touched on by Yoshioka. Goes up for the header. Yashikawa looking to try and win the corner. That's well defended.
They've conceded only 7 goals all season. Sorry, 8 goals, Albirex, and the back three really solid. Ida, Taeyuk and Yunsu, obviously aided by the wing backs.
Irfan. It's Kobayashi. It's Mahler getting rushed into that clearance. Cho Yun-soo sends it back down the other way. Foul on Shio Yamashita.
Yeah, it's a very, very high line, PG Tampines. And any ball over the top, this guy here, Nakano, will chase them down. And obviously, he pulls Yamashita down. It's a clear foul. But having said that, just take a look at that replay again. I think he's unlucky because there was a little bit of shirt pulling by Yamashita as well.
So booking for Shingo Nakano. That is his first in the SPL this season.
Well, I don't think it will be much of a problem. You talk about chances of getting a second yellow card. It's not in that position where give away a second one, but we've seen funny things happen.
Shah. There's Bahagia. Pass intended for Kuyakazama. There's Razak. Irfan. Zulkarnain reads that header from Irfan. And they fouled Higashikawa in the process.
That wasn't the best from Zult. A little bit two kickouts on Higashikawa.
6 fouls committed by Albirex, nothing yet from the home side.
Interesting stat there. Played almost half an hour.
Bahagia touched it on. Higashikawa! What a turn! And an excellent finish. Brilliant centre-forward play by Hide Higashikawa, who gets his 8th of the season.
Out of nothing, PG Tampines and Higashikawa conjures up something here from the throwing, and don't think that was the best of headers, but he took it so early, and that was the problem for Albirex. That pass in was a good one, but his first touch out, and then the quick finish. Look at that touch from Higashikawa with his left foot, and the finish. Hassan stranded.
So goes into the lead in the race for the Golden Boot. Hide Higashikawa with his 8th of the season. An excellent finish on the turn. It might have taken a deflection on its way through, but I mean, that takes nothing away from what Higashikawa did.
Well, he made it happen. Of course, the pass from Bahagia was a good one as well, but it was just his quick thinking in turning and all he had on his mind. There you go, just pulls away by a goal.
So this is his 24th appearance for BG Tampines. Higashikawa has now scored his 19th goal since joining the club. On loan from Tochigi City, playing J3. Never scored in that competition. He played 9 games for them last year. But he's been in excellent form for BG Tampines since joining. And it's not just goals in the SPL as well. He's got 4 goals in the AFC Champions League 2 in 6 appearances, and 5 from 5 in the ASEAN Club Championship.
Yeah, Yunsu stopped by Shah Shahiran there. Easy decision for the referee this time.
Well, they haven't really done too much going forward up until that point.
Yeah, you're right. And that tells you what kind of player Higashikawa is. Very clinical.
Kim Tae-uk with the big switch out to Zulkarnain. Cho Yun-soo. That's Kim Tae-uk. Big switch across to Hazik. Yoshimoto pokes it away from him into Bahagia. Gets behind Koyakazama. That transition breaks down.
It was a disappointing final ball from Trent Bahagia. He does everything right there with the speed, driving forward with the ball. Find Kazama with the right pass.
Yoshioka. Choi Yun-soo. Pass through the lines into Ozawa. Have to go back again though. Zulkarnain into Razak. Keeping it on the left. Choi Yun-soo into Zulkarnain Suzliman.
The idea was there, but the execution of the pass wasn't the right one from Zul. He had to clip the ball behind.
That's Choi Yun-soo. Shah. Ozawa picks it up. Haziq. Ishibashi. To Haziq Kamarudin. Yoshioka. Choi Yun-soo. Getting into an advanced position. As PG Tampines just fall and drop a little bit deeper.
Yeah, they don't mind doing this. Everyone in their own half.
Nakano. Patient build-up by the away side. Ishibashi. Haziq. Good first-time cross. Ozawa. And perhaps that delivery was just a little bit behind him.
Yeah, good idea there. I think the passage of play was a good one. Just being patient and then getting the ball in from a wide area. Maybe too high as well. Couldn't get the right power on the ball.
As Keiji Shigatomi watches on, looking for a response from his side. Coach who has a great record against PG Tampines. This is his 15th match against them. He's only won 4 of the first 14. 3 draws and 7 defeats. Ozawa. It drops to Razak. Enough on that pass to Haziq. Not too much on that touch from Haziq.
Play actually from Albirex, a high press on Boagia, who lost the ball. Trying to go forward as quickly as possible. Not the best from Haziq there. Good defending from the left back, Yoshimoto. Shown for Jacob Marlowe there. Challenge on Nakano.
So yellow for Nakano earlier. Marlowe goes into the book as well.
Good position here. Albirex. Wide right area.
Third yellow card of the SPL season for Jacob Marlowe. Ishibashi is the option for the outswinger. Choi Yun-soo To whip it in, it's Ishibashi. And it's too close to Daniel Ilya.
Disappointing ball. Lots of players lined up, especially their central defenders. Ilya gets it easily.
What a great bit of distribution. Gives it straight back to the opposition. Just hearing as well that Shazwan Buhari is on his way to the hospital, and his substitution is listed as a concussion substitution. Shimoto. And clearance from Yoshimoto comes off. Haziq Kamarudin.
Nicely done again from Yoshimoto. Another one of Japanese contingent who has been also a very good signing in that position.
Zawa. .56% possession for Albirex, especially after that first goal. BG Tampines just sitting back a lot more, allowing them to have it in deeper areas. As Nakano runs that one out for a goal kick. Strong defending by Jacob Mahler.
Yeah, for a moment there, he just turned his man, Jacob Mahler, but he does so well to recover his body very well, Jacob Mahler.
Mashita. It's Kobayashi. It finds Bahagia. Kazama. That's Yoshimoto on the outside. Kim Tae-uk with the clearance. And Nakano has just been coming back from an offside position.
That's poor from Nakano, because the play was some way off from where he was. And then when the ball came, he was caught in no man's land.
Gashikawa, good touch. Strong hold-up play. Kobayashi, back to Kazama. Here's Bahagia.
Yeah, I think he should be disappointed there. It's a great play. Kazama again in there, Kobayashi, Kazama, it's brilliant from Kazama again. And I think that first bounce took the ball away from Bahagia a little bit. There you go. Just couldn't wrap his foot around enough.
Only has 2 goals in the league. Trent Bahagia as Chinedu Eziako watches on, interim head coach. Had a tough time of it when he was head coach of Hougang. Looking for a reset at BG Tampines. Tae-uk. This is what they're looking for. BG Tampines, a chance to break. counter quickly. Kazama almost found Higashikawa. So Mashita Razak is saying to his teammates, come on, you got to push up with me. Zulkarnain Susliman makes the trek forward as that defensive line stepping up and winning it together. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, exactly. And that is actually great work from Abdulrazak, just pushing his players on from the front. Then everybody sees that's happening, and it's great play.
Yoshioka. Cho Yun-soo. Strong from Yamashita. Runs it back cleanly. And Tampines fans will have enjoyed that as well as he goes through Abdulrazak.
Yeah, Yamashita winning the ball that time cleanly, I gotta say. Good decision.
We're hearing that we will have a minimum of 9 minutes added on. Segasumi takes it on the run. Clever play. Into Kazama, who picks up Bahagia. It's Trent Bahagia. Oh, he's left it for Shah. Higashikawa. Well, it should have been selfish. Still with a chance here. Higashikawa with the ball across the face of the penalty area and out for a throw-in on the other side.
Well, so much to admire before that attempt from Trent Bahagia, but brilliant play from, firstly, that ball in from Segasumi. But look at this, the weight of this ball from Kazama. Wonderful ball. And then, you know, you talk about him, he should have been selfish. I don't think so. I think he should be just doing the right thing. Just put the ball in the net, you know, I think.
Well, shot comes in, spilled. Higashikawa puts that away. Another for BG Tampines. Never mind that opportunity missed earlier. They've responded with their second, and Higashikawa gets up to 9.
Well, just take a look at who reacts first from the rebound. Segasumi with a turn and a shot. And he was Yun-soo there, caught napping. On the turn, he beats Yoshioka. He lets fly. And I think Hassan should have done better in terms of where he parries this ball. And Higashikawa won't miss from there.
But again, it's such strong centre-forward play because he pins Cho Yun-soo, keeps himself onside as that shot comes in, and then turns around and reacts quickest and makes no mistake with the rebound. Hide Higashikawa up to 9 goals for the season.
We spoke about the battle of the top scorers, and he's on fire.
Cha. It's almost a bit of a strange situation for Albirex because there have been these 2 opportunities that they've conceded from.
Yeah, exactly, and that shows you can never go to sleep here, really. Mistake, you get punished, especially with a striker like Higashikawa in there. He's so clinical, and he's so fast, he reacts to everything. Funny thing, as you said, I think Albirex hasn't played poorly. I think they've done well, but not clinical maybe in front of goal, maybe that final ball, but defensively just punished.
Ishibashi. A bit of an issue that he'll try and shake off. That's over the head of Higashikawa. Almost falls for Nakano. Oh, a mistake. And Yoshimoto was there. Just couldn't quite punish the error.
Well, what is Yoshimoto doing there in the first place? But this was a bad ball in from Haze Kamarudin. I think his first touch wasn't the best there. He just takes it into the Albirex player's path. Lucky.
Earned a corner out of it. Great run forward by Yoshimoto. Kazama delivers to the back post. Well, I think take your pick really, the amount of shirt pulling that was going on.
Yeah, exactly, but this time PG Tampines won't mind because they're leading 2-0. Approaching half-time. Park. Does himself well there. Challenge from Ishibashi.
There's Sumi. To Shah. Mashita onto Kobayashi. Irfan. Kazama. 4 against 4 on this side of the pitch. That's loose from Irfan Najib. Counter press on from PG Tampines. Choyun-soo. Sazek takes it on the chest well. Couldn't quite get away from Yoshimoto.
Oh, that's really superb 1v1 defending from Yoshimoto. I feel that he's been one of the underrated players on this side.
Takeshi Yoshimoto, the 24-year-old, such a dynamic left back. It's not just his presence in attack, he enjoys getting forward,
yeah,
but also the work that he puts in on the defensive side of things. Bahagia. Kazama. And Shah. Lovely back heel. Shades of Sundram there.
as well there to just step in. Gets in front of Raza.
That's Higashikawa. A bit too much on the touch, and well, Kim Tae-yuk into that challenge with plenty of force. Ishibashi. But they haven't really been able to test Daniel Ilya.
Yeah, and again, good organization. As soon as they lost the ball, DBG Tampines, they get behind the ball, make it so difficult for even the cross to be put in. And when it comes like that, you need more quality to trouble the defense and the goalkeeper.
Send it long, and that should be it for this first half. Or not. Referee deciding there's more time to be added on. Is a minimum of 9. That's Ozawa. Cho Yun-soo. Kobayashi has to get to that quickly. Nice composed turn away from pressure. That is it. There goes the whistle for half-time. An entertaining first half of football. 55 minutes of it. So an injury to Shazwan Buhari had to be taken off, a concussion substitution. Hide Higashikawa with those 2 goals in that first half, making a huge contribution and changing the complexion of this contest with the goals that he scored. Half-time here at our Tampines Hub. It's BG Tampines Rovers 2, Albirex Niigata 0. Welcome back to our Tampines Hub, where it's halftime between BG Tampines Rovers and Albirex Niigata. BG Tampines Rovers leading by 2-0. Both efforts coming from Hide Higashikawa. Let's have a look at the highlights from that first half. And the first opportunity fell to Albirex, this header coming off the crossbar.
Yeah, unlucky, wasn't it? Good delivery. And Shazwan Buhari there, just flapping at this. And the header, unlucky, just got under the ball, hits the bar.
Kome Ida with the opportunity. Shazwan dropping that, was into his path, and he couldn't find a way through. Albirex again, then in the 17th. It was a decision to be made with an earlier run that Zulkarnain Suzliman had made into the box. Wasn't a penalty then. And another run inside the area causing problems. And that was cleared off the line, but the flag went up for offside anyway.
Yeah, Zul had a good first part of that first half. I think he did well. Then from this effort from Razak, just take a look at Nakano's position there. Got offside.
Then in the 29th, this lovely touch and finish from Hide Higashikawa, getting his 8th of the season to open the scoring.
Yeah, I think this was all about the quick turn and finish, but there was a slight deflection. It didn't matter because it was the quality of the turn and the finish that beat Hassan in the end.
Didn't really offer too much of no in attack, BG Tampines, until that goal from Higashikawa. And then very quickly after that, he would get his second. This one coming in at a time. Sega Sumi with the first shot. Plenty of power behind that, and Hide Higashikawa quick to follow up.
Yeah, he had so much time here. Sega Sumi, he turns, and then he got past Sawa there. All he needed to do was take a shot, and I think it was a combination of Hassan's handling as well as good thinking from Higashikawa.
So that was in the first minute of added time. And then in the third, BG Tampines with the chance to make it 3 after this mistake from Haziq Kamarudin.
Yeah, this should have been 3-0, but his first touch there from Yoshimoto, the left back, let him down and allowed the Albirex defender to get back in time.
It was turned into a great pass from Haziq here for Yoshimoto. He'll be grateful there was his teammate to get him out of trouble. Well, let's have a look at some of the numbers from that first half. Pretty close possession-wise. BG Tampines with more of the attempts, 3 of them on target.
Yeah, I think Albirex Niigata, I think they didn't do too much wrong, but I think on the attempts side of things, I think they need to do a little bit better, try to, put Daniel Ilya under pressure.
Yeah, Daniel Ilya, who's come in for Shazwan Buhari. So we have a look at match week 10 and what's on the menu, what is gone and what is still to come. A 3-1 win for Balestier on Friday. We've seen the 2 goals here. Tomorrow we will have 2 more fixtures. Line City Sailors against Tanjung Pagar United at Jalan Besar, and then Geylang International against Hougang back here at our Tampines Hub. All right, we'll go away for a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the second half from our Tampines Hub. And we are back at our Tampines Hub for the Singapore Premier League fixture between BG Tampines Rovers and Albirex Niigata Singapore. BG Tampines leading by 2-0 as Hide Higashikawa with both their goals in that first half. Up to 9 in the campaign now for Hide Higashikawa, top of the scoring charts. As we await the arrival onto the pitch of both sides. Shashi Kumar still with me. Shashi, what do you want to see from the second half?
Well, more of the same actually, and that is your last 5 SPL matches. And, you know, that's 5 wins in a row. It's a brilliant record, really. And just going back to your question, I think more of the same in terms of... I think the quality has been good in terms of the football, the passing. But maybe in terms of goal-scoring chances, I think Albirex can do much better. They haven't really gotten behind the BG Tampines defense. Nakano hasn't really beaten the races in terms of chances created, so need to get him more into the game. As for BG, they've been excellent, really. The Japanese contingent has been excellent. Kazama, his usual self. Kobayashi has been great as well. And obviously, Yoshikawa, 2 goals. Well, the same for BG Tampines, I'm sure.
Well, what we saw there with the last 5 games for BG Tampines, looking for 6 wins in a row. So we have a look at the last 5 SPL matches for Albirex. They're looking for 5 wins on the bounce. They've kept clean sheets in 2 of their 4 victories. Obviously no clean sheets this evening, but they're capable of getting the goals this side. They have quality, especially with Nakano up front. And what we also saw with the earlier graphic for BG Tampines, with their last 5 wins, in 4 of those 5 victories, they have conceded at least once. So that should give Albirex some hope of getting on the score sheet, which will hopefully give them that encouragement to push on and find a way back into this contest. But for now, BG Tampines very much in control, dominating with the chances that they created and with the goals that they've scored. So they have something to hold on to. It'll be down to Albirex Niigata to work their way back into this contest.
Well, they've made 2 changes, Albirex, and pretty attacking as well, because I think Ida has gone off. Said Firdaus comes in. Said Firdaus will play in that position, and Hyun-Ju comes in for Abdul Razak. Hyun-Ju was brilliant in that game last week against Hougang in that 2-1 win.
Well, with Said Firdaus, as you mentioned, coming in, we could see Nozomi Ozawa move into central defense. And Hyun-Ju replacing Razak, and they will hope, Albirex, that those changes will give them something a little bit more in the second half. Only 2 attempts in the first, Shashi.
Yeah, I think that was the part that's really not good enough. Although in terms of possession and approach play, it's very good. The high pressing was very good as well.
Nice touch by Higashikawa. There is young Hyun-Ju. Segasumi glides away from him. Kobayashi on his right foot, which is not his favorite foot.
Well, we can forgive him for that because he's been really good as well. Kobayashi, good on the ball, always looks for the forward pass.
Oh no, it looks like Ozawa is going to stay in midfield alongside Yoshioka, and Said Firdaus is the one who's going to drop into that back line.
Yeah, I think that's one of Said Firdaus' strength as well. You know, I think he can play in a couple of positions.
Bahagia. Young Hyun-ju, since joining the club just in January, has formed a pretty good partnership with Shingo Nakano and has been quite effective in his 4 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists. For his 5th appearance here, as Bahagia goes down the other end. Telegraphed, easily cut out by Cho Hyun-soo. And a perfect ball forward for Yang Hyun-ju. That's Yang with the shot. That's more like it. Something for Daniel Ilya to do.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I think that is what you want Albirex to do. They're very direct this time around. That ball in was superb. And Hyun-ju 1v1. You're always gonna try to go past or take a shot from there. He does well there, trying to go past Daniel Ilya on that near post. They alert to the situation.
It's Yang Hyun-ju under pressure is Daniel Ilya.
Yeah, on the second chance, Daniel Ilya gets there in the end. Well, this is much better. Put the pressure on him. It's Hyun-ju again making a nuisance of himself there. Inside Firdaus as well.
Yang Hyun-ju. Irfan did well to get close to him. Forced the turnover. Kobayashi. To Irfan. Irfan gets away with that. Not for long. Here's Yang Hyun-ju. Albirex, you're going to want to try and stay high up the pitch here. It's Yang Hyun-ju. He's so involved already. It's 5 minutes or so since his introduction and seeing a lot of the ball. There's Irfan. Able to get that off Yang Hyun-ju. There he is once more with that blonde hair. Drives across into the area. Yamashita had to deal with it.
Yeah, he has been a very good sub already, Hyun-ju, on this left-hand side, going past Irfan, and an early ball with his left foot. Yamashita. position where he could just clear it, but it's a corner though. Shibashi to take this one.
Taken short. 4 corners. Shibashi into the box. Yeonju gets to it, and there's a bit of a wild swing as Kazama comes across. And there's the apology.
This ball in. It's a handball actually. Yeonju.
Here he is. Into the box, chips in towards the far post. Haziq.
Yeah, that was actually just calling out for someone to just take it first time. Try your luck. Haziq there. Just didn't have that confidence to do it. Wanted to control the ball first, and chance lost.
As Yamashita gets in the way. Oh, what an effort! Young Hyun-ju. He's been a spark.
Everything going through him. And this loose ball. It was a good touch from Nakano. Takes it very cleanly. Just couldn't get over the ball enough.
Has represented a DPR Korea at youth level. Young Hyun-ju was born in Hano, Saitama. Hano, which is a city that's located about 40 minutes from central Tokyo, the southwestern part of Saitama Prefecture. Lovely place, Hano, by the way. Home to the headwaters of 9 rivers that flow into the Arakawa River. Plenty of spots there to enjoy nature.
Challenge from Kazama on Yoshioka. Apologies from Kazama there.
Ishibashi has siphoned out.
Yeah, I think wrong decision there. I think Hyun-ju again in that pocket of space just in front of the BG Tampines defense. Just asking for it, then he turns around.
There's Irfan into Kazama. I wasn't happy with the attention that was put on him by Yoshioka.
And lucky, I feel, Yoshioka. So, time to go for that one. This time it was Hyun-ju on Sega Sumi.
As Young Hyun-ju interesting part of the Zainichi Korean community. Kazama. Shah. A lovely move from Kazama. Just in behind at the Albirex midfield. And he floats all across the pitch as well. Gets in some great areas, Kazama. It becomes very difficult to pick up.
Yeah, exactly. And now he's nowhere to be seen because, you know, he's very intelligent.
It's lovely work. Yoshimoto's into the box. Good for the cutback. Segasumi first into Bahagia. Tugging the jersey of Ishibashi means they will win the free kick.
Yeah, just great passage of play there from BG Tampines. Neat and tidy. Few one-touch, two-touch passes. Then Yoshimoto there probably would be disappointed with the quality of his cross.
Not too much that Shigo Nakano could actually do with that. It was fired into his feet. Here he is. Young Hyun-ju, he's not afraid to have a go.
At that time, I think wrong decision, a little bit too ambitious. Nakano was with him there, just right in front of him. Should have played the ball to him, but it all happened because of Segasumi's wayward pass.
So change for Albirex. Attacking firepower. Katsuyuki Ishibashi is off. Takumi Yokohata is on.
Yeah, Ishibashi, pretty quiet evening today.
Doesn't offer too much. This Young Hyun-ju was offered a lot since he's come on. Yokohata get away from Shah Shahiran.
Great defensive play from Shah Shahiran. Well done. It's a corner. Yokohata.
Getting the opportunity to play professional football. Takumi Yokohata by joining Albirex Niigata here in Singapore. Signed from Kyushu Sangyo University. Getting his 7th appearance of the season. Good cross in, Yamashita. Get some distance on that. Zulkarnain Sozliman is able to head it back out to Young Hyun-ju. Making something of it. Dangerous ball in. Oh my. Kim Tae-yuk, a little bit unfortunate for Kim Tae-yuk because it came to him, but he couldn't quite get the contact required.
Unlucky. There was a great ball in from Hyun-ju. Very unlucky there. Nakano probably was the player with the chance.
Substitution for BG Tampines Rovers. Coming off the pitch, number 4.
So Glenn Quay is on for BG Tampines. And Yuki Kobayashi doesn't look too happy. But he's coming off.
Yeah, and good shift today. Neat and tidy as usual. Kobayashi.
BG Tampines with 5 locals on the pitch now. There's Haziq. Saifidos almost causing a problem for his side. He was able to get it back.
Yeah, he does well to recover that. Just played the ball blindly.
Haja. Oh, Yoshimoto takes that along with him on his run. That's brilliant footwork. And that's a great ball to Glenn Quay. A combination of Zulkarnain Suzliman and Cho Yun Soo able to stop the danger.
Don't see the foul there. Yoshimoto with a brilliant ball in. His first touch out of his feet. Don't see the foul anywhere there.
And it looked like 2 Albirex players running into each other.
Yeah, that was what the players are telling the ref. Glenn Quay is perplexed there. He says he hasn't touched any one of them.
Antonio Ziako gets a bit of acknowledgement perhaps from fourth official Jensen Fu. Well, finger to the ear means he's getting something communicated to him. And there we go. Carry on. Said Fidaus coming up against one of his former clubs. Ozawa. Elia trying to prevent a corner. A little bit too slow to get there.
Yeah, the ball just wayward one. Tried to intercept the ball and push it out onto his own goal. It's a corner. Good position here. Goal here for Albirex. It's going to make it a very interesting last bit of this game.
That's going to be taken by Yang Hyun-ju. Can he put some good pace, good whip on his deliveries? Not much in the way of movement for Albirex just yet, so they'll reset. get players into position, and then you'll start to see options being offered. The press is coming from BG Tampines as well, so Albirex will have to move off the ball. There you go, Ozawa finds some space to work with. Yang Hyun-ju, the link up with Nakano. Is Yang. Nakano. Well defended by Mahler.
Yeah, he just read it like a book. Jacob Mahler, brilliant. Trying to turn his man there, Nakano.
Shah is inside the Sega Sumi. Mahler. Daniel Ilya has to get rid quickly. Manages to get a pass into Irfan Najib. Cleverly touched onto Glenn Quay. He used the pitch very well, BG Tampines. Yoshimoto thought he was fouled. Referee doesn't agree. Yokohata. The whistle's going to go for that challenge from Trent Bahagia.
Yeah, I think not much way of complaints there from Bahagia.
Eight fouls. 13. There was a point in that first half where Albirex had committed 6 fouls, Tampines with
No fouls.
none. They've caught up in that regard. Somewhat anyway. Hazik. As Kazama. Saifidaus. Don't think that has gone out. Hazik caught on his heels, expecting a whistle to go. Yoshimoto just a little bit too quick for himself. Saifidaus. It's good pressing this time from BG Tampines. Albirex have to try and find a way out. Hassan looks to lift it to halfway, doesn't get the distance. That's one for Nakano to chase. He's got the speed to cause problems, but Damala does well.
Yeah, he does well there. Did the right thing. Safety first.
He's a type of player who puts himself about, goes into challenges. Jacob Mahler expects to take the hits, as he's done there.
Well, still some time to go in this game, in the second half. So, Rex keep on pushing.
Shioka. Mashita looking solid again. BG Tampines have more continental football to look forward to. A round of 16 second leg fixture against Kongan Hanoi. Four goals down from the first leg. You never know, could be a surprise or two.
This is just good possession play from BG Tampines.
Higashikawa chopped out wide. Higashikawa first time. Doesn't lead to a good time.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how many passes went into that final finish from Higashikawa. This was a great ball in for Glenn Quay. Cuts inside, hit up, and for that ball from Higashikawa, he gets it back and then totally wrong on the contact.
That's Cho. So BG Tampines have, up to this point, managed things quite well in this second half. Again, there's been not too much danger for Daniel Ilya. There have been chances for Albirex, but nothing really clear-cut just yet, Shasi.
Yeah, you're right, and pretty comfortable. Ilya had to make that one save in the near post.
Oh, a mistake from Saifidaos means Bahagia's in, and perhaps again he could have gone for goal himself.
Well, I don't exactly know what it is. Is it a confidence issue? Because again, another opportunity to go for it. You just have to do the right thing.
I said in the first half, and I'll say it there as well, had to be selfish. And Shasi didn't like my use of the term selfish. He says it's all about doing the right thing, which I completely agree with, by the way. We both wanted him to shoot.
Which is the right thing.
That's the main message. So Haziq Kamarudin is about to be replaced as well. And Nicky Melvin Singh is the player who's set to come on. Young Hyun-ju into the box, gets away from Marla, surely this time! And they put that away. There's the goal. There's the chance they were looking for. And it's Shingo Nakano who gets his 8th of the season.
Well, that's the lifeline they've been looking for. Somewhere. It's come around here. That's the substitute. 2 substitutes there combining. And that time around, they just got behind the BG Tampines defense. Hyun-ju got behind Jacob Mahler. And then that square ball, Yan somehow got to Nakano, the top scorer.
Almost as if they were trying to miss it again. But, Shingo Nakano lurking at the back post, making no mistake. Good work from the substitutes. Yokohata with a nice dribble from outside in, and then Young Hyun-ju causing a problem with his positioning and his pace.
Well, this is a great finish to the game, I'm sure. Good defending, side for Dawes.
So Nicky Melvin Singh, there he is. Coming on for Haziq Kamarudin. He's got 2 goals this season. Also won a university title recently, Nicky Melvin Singh, at the National University of Singapore.
Oh, that's good play. Hyun-ju again just got in front of Segasumi.
Is that the IVP tournament?
Yes, it is.
Chassis?
Yes, it was, and they beat NTU in the final. Played at this venue, yeah.
And tell us all what this IVP stand for, because you're involved with that.
It's the Inter-Varsity Tournament. And that's for the universities, polys and ITE. Well, they're pushing for it, aren't they, Albirex? Suddenly, it's getting a little bit nervy for BG Tampines.
That makes things great for us as well.
Yep.
Neutrals watching on. He's made a difference, Young Hyun-Chu. Ball in again. Daniel Ilya does well to punch. Nice contact and distance. Yokohata. Saifidaos. Ozawa. Is Young going to keep that in play? Yes, he is. Dangerous cross into the 6-yard box. Headed out by Mahler.
At the moment, BG Tampines can't get out. Finally, it's a goal kick for them.
So BG Tampines making 2 more changes here. Joel Chu is going to be coming on, as is Tarandao. Tarandao is really had a tough time since joining the club. Just 1 goal in the 16 appearances. Joel Chu is on. And Trent Bahagia and Koya Kazama are the players who are off.
Coming off the pitch, number 80, Koya Kazama, is replaced by player number 19, Joe Chu.
Interesting subs here. Just wonder where it's going to be just 1-for-1 changes. Looks like Tarandao just playing up top there. And I think Higashikawa will just drop a little bit deeper. Yeah, Higashikawa just going on the left-hand side of midfield.
So big 10 minutes or so in this contest. Albirex looking for that equalizer. Nicky Singh with the shot. Mahler in the way. There's the Dow. He's going to be leading the line, and Higashikawa has moved down to the left. That's what it appears to be. Ozawa with strength. That's the hold of Yoshimoto, and he wins a corner off Shahiran.
Yeah, Shahiran just coming across. It's lots of fight in these 2 teams, really.
Shahiran, by the way, making his 165th appearance for BG Tampines, and it's his 140th SPL match.
It's a really good position here. Hyun-Ju, this time outswinger. Just couldn't keep the ball in play. Not the best of headers out wide for him.
There's Joel Chu, 2 substitutes combining, but Joel Chu's given it straight to Zulkarnain Suzliman.
was a very clever turn there. Got the better of Yun-Soo. Gives away the foul. Time for PG Tampines to regroup. Now, just do a little bit better when the ball comes to him. Those areas, you keep the ball.
Segasumi. That's good play. Not so good on that follow-up. Oh, that's awful again. It's a terrible clash of heads here. Oh, okay, okay. They're both up. Looked to be pretty awful initially. Natsuyo Yamashita and Yang Yeonju both up.
No, it's good to see both up there, really. But again, ball there to be won. And Yamashita did just go through him. Good to see both fine.
Referee's asking for both to be going off the pitch. Is that necessary?
Just going by the book, that's all. Because I think both physios were on. Or were they? Yes, they were. And
it's a clash of heads, though.
yeah, exactly.
What difference does it make? Both. I don't know. Anyway, they're going to have to watch as this one is played in. And they are back on.
5 minutes to go, normal time.
Very different second half this. Chassis, the first one was open, free-flowing, high energy.
Yeah, a little bit tighter in the second half, and I think you would expect that as well. PG Tampines not really going for it. 2-0 up, but now they're 2-1 up, so let's see what happens here. And again, lack of communication there. Tarandao didn't go for it at all.
Albirex looking at just their second defeat this season. The first was against the Lion City Sailors. Segasumi, look at that run! Last-ditch challenge for Cho Yun-Soo. Ball came out to Glenn Quay. And that's been deflected wide for a corner.
Great challenge. Last-ditch challenge there from Yun-Soo. Segasumi just going through everyone there. That's a nutmeg as well on Kim Tae-yuk. Great challenge. Needed to get it right as well. It's a corner.
He just went down clutching his hamstring there, Cho Yun-Soo. So he's going to have to go off. Just the two corners for PG Tampines. Cho Chu. Shah. Try to hook it back in. And that's all right because it allows BG Tampines to get themselves back into shape. Even better because that has actually gone up for a goal kick, which has been taken quickly. It's given BG Tampines the opportunity to recover. Yang Hyun-ju chases this one down. Looks to give Irfan a problem. Gets past one. Yamashita there with the block. He's had a good game. The number 4 for BG Tampines.
Yes, so difficult to mark. Not the biggest of players, but so tricky. He just goes past Irfan there. Good footwork. Well, goes down.
Yang Hyun-ju. Nakano. Cho. Cho Yun-tu cuts across it. Young looking for the flick. Sent into the area. What a climb by Nakano. Gets it again. Here's Nicky Melvin Singh. Glenn Quay just creeping in over his shoulder. Well, a win here is so important for both these sides. A draw, and the Land City Sailors will be absolutely delighted with that. Points taken away from 2 of their closest challengers. If it does end with the draw, on a point that doesn't really help their causes. So a minimum of 5 minutes added on. Zulkan and Susliman. There's time for Albirex to get that equalizer. There's Young. Yeah,
Hyun-ju has to put a better ball in. It's really been good this evening since he's come on. Does everything well there, going past Irfan Najib. He's going to wrap his foot around it enough.
Kashikawa. Well, he turned it over, but he's there working hard, trying to get it back. Side Fidaus. Side to Yoshioka. It's Nicky Melvin Singh. Tampines pushing up that defensive line every time the pass goes backwards. Yokohata. Toyunsu. Mala. And Segasumi says, anywhere will do, out for a throw.
Still a little bit more time.
Higashikawa is going to be replaced. A defensive change for BG Tampines as they look to hold on to this. Raul Suhaimi going to be coming on. So an updated scorer's charts. Hide Higashikawa at the top with 9. Chigo Nakano just behind him with 8. As Raul Suhaimi replaces Higashikawa. Yokohata receives with space to third. Yokohata just a little bit awkward, I think, the shape as it came into him.
Well worked, but really had intention of trying to put this ball inside. There you go, it's way off.
Well, this is exactly where BG Tampines will want it. Far away from their goal. Cho Yun-soo given space to launch one into the box. Yokohata picks it up. Segasumi is there again. High up into the air. Running out of time here now. Albirex. There's Nicky Melvin Singh. Floats one into the box. Yamashita with the first header. Have to be very careful not to go through Young. It's Glenn Quay. Albirex do well to recover possession. There's Young. He's got quality. Yoshimoto is well placed. BG Tampines and their fans, they want the final whistle. Not going to come just yet, and that is too straight from Ozawa.
Yeah, in the end, just running out of ideas there. Ozawa, it's a straight ball. So difficult to play. That could mean the end of the game.
It's frustrated Chigo Nakano that Daniel Ilya is taking his time, but that's the professional thing to do, Jasi.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone will do that.
And they've run out of time anyway. Albirex, it's a big win for BG Tampines. Second against third has delivered in the Singapore Premier League. And BG Tampines have now won 6 league matches in a row. Great way to bounce back from their disappointment in midweek in AFC Champions League 2. They can look forward to that game now. Bit of a lift here, and who knows what will happen in that second leg. Sinedu Eziako, interim head coach, picking up a victory over Albirex Niigata, who have suffered just a second defeat this season. In the 2 games that they've lost to the top 2. Shasi.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I think in the end, it was really good win for BG Tampines. It's pulling a little bit away from Albirex. Very important win indeed.
So Hide Higashikawa with the first 2 goals for BG Tampines in the first half. A reply from Shingo Nakano in the 75th means it finishes here at our Tampines Hub. BG Tampines Rovers 2, Albirex Niigata 1. Let's go to the highlights of this contest. Beginning with this opening goal in the 29th minute. Higashikawa, a lovely turn and finish.
Yeah, it was a lovely turn, but first touch with his left foot was brilliant as he receives the ball from Boajia. That first touch, and then I think the shot just comes off the Albirex defender, but the finish was brilliant as well, and Hassan had no chance.
That was his 8th of the season. Might have taken a touch on its way through, he won't care. And then Higashikawa again pouncing on this rebound, lightning quick. That was in the first minute of added time. Segasumi shot, rebounding out to Higashikawa for the finish.
Yeah, I think Hassan Sani would be disappointed with the work here. He parries the ball, couldn't handle it, and there Higashikawa just reacting to it first.
And that was 2-0 at half-time. Albirex looking for a response in the second half. They made the changes, and one of those players to come on, Yang Hyun-ju. When you're pitching out, forcing a save from Daniel Ilya at the near post.
Yeah, I think that would be the disappointment for Albirex. They haven't really troubled that goalkeeper, Daniel Ilya. But Hyun-ju, a wonderful second half, comes in and was really, really involved in this game.
It was in the 48th, and then in the 62nd, again it's Yang Hyun-ju who picks it up on the left. 3 options to aim for in the box. It falls to Kim Tae-yuk, but he can't do much with that header.
It's a superb ball in from Hyun-ju again. Nakano with the lead. Gets something on it, but then you can't get anything on that.
And then in the 75th, Albirex Niigata getting their goal. Yokohata combining with Yang Hyun-ju, the 2 substitutes, making a difference. And it was set up for Nakano after that touch from Ozawa. Nakano getting his 8th of the season.
Well, it was beautifully worked actually, and Yokohata first up, cutting inside, playing that beautiful ball in for Hyun-ju. Nakano makes no mistake from there, pulls a goal back.
Not enough in the end for Albirex Niigata. Made it interesting with this goal, but BG Tampines were able to hold on for the victory. They stay undefeated in the SPL as we have a look at some of the numbers here.
Yeah, more attempts on goal for Albirex Niigata, but they're just coming a little bit short. BG Tampines holding on in the end.
So a good win for BG Tampines. This is what it means for the standings. They close in on the Lion City Sailors. 7 wins from their 9 fixtures played, and they are now just 4 points behind as Albirex stay in 3rd. They are 4 off BG Tampines and 6 clear of Geylang International. More football coming your way in the Singapore Premier League. 2 games tomorrow. Lion City Sailors take on Tanjung Pagar United at Jalan Besar Stadium, and Geylang International will be up against Hougang United back here at our Tampines Hub. Both matches kicking off at 7:30 p.m. Well, thanks for joining us on our coverage of this fixture. It's good night from our Tampines Hub this evening, but we'll see you tomorrow for more from the Singapore Premier League.